Hi everyone, and welcome to week 2 of the Creative Chronicles. So this is a fun week this week because it's all about the music. And recently I had a little fall on my shoulder, so I've been taking it a little bit easy because I haven't been able to play very much, but I've been using my kitchen timer and setting it to the 30 minutes. Often I'm on the 1.5 hours, but I'm having to limit myself to the 30 minutes. But this week I've got some recording to do. I've got some animated videos to finish off. I'll show you what they look like here. And in case you're wondering what on earth they are, they go with that book, Pierrette and All the Magic of the Universe, that I was mentioning last week. So they're a lot of fun, and I have this dream of doing a live performance one day with narration and a string quartet or an orchestra or something like that. So this is sort of my step in that little direction. Anyway, here are a few things that I got up to this week, and I hope you had a good week too. See you then. First, I wrapped some paperback books and posted them off. And books are the perfect item for wrapping, I always think. I've got reams of this butcher's paper that someone kindly gave me. I'm a big fan of a black ribbon, and although I might change this packaging later, I have quite a few rolls on hand at the moment. I've also been looking into sustainable postage bags. I found some compostable ones made of biodegradable materials, so I'll try to get some of those. And I also printed some little stickers with the mask image that I made, and I'll tell you more about those in the 4th week. Now it's on to the practice. I've made these music diaries designed for writing in what you're practicing each week. And this year I also had an idea to create a practice pineapple. I read they're formed from around 150 flowers and take up to 2 years to grow. I think that's pretty fascinating, and I've been contemplating making a flower at the end of each week of practice. Yes, probably another distraction, but a fun one. This is me practicing on my first day getting back into it. I look like I'm not doing much, but for me it's a lot about feeling, and although I've been playing for 35 years, I still need to practice my open strings. The next day you can see a bit of Ricochet, preparing for recording the Carnival of Venice by Paganini. And in case you're wondering, it's a bow stroke that intentionally bounces with one sweep, like skimming a stone across the surface of the water. But in my case, hopefully a bit more controlled than the plunk I usually get. So I'm going to start recording soon, hopefully the Paganini theme, I get that done today. But before I do that, I have to iron my funny blue screen that I made. So it's made out of fabric, and there's a lot of it to iron. I just realised the ribbon has fallen out of this costume, so now I'm going to fix it with this ribbon attaching device. But I made this out of my wedding corset, and I sewed some material on there and some sequins on there too. And it's this fabric that's an embroidered tulle, so it's beautiful fabric. But yes, I just have to fix it. Later that night we went to watch the fireworks, and I think it's always important to wear sparkles on New Year's Eve, don't you? The 2nd of January was all about getting back into finishing the album. For the Violetta books and short stories, I plan to publish albums on Spotify, etc. The first one's already there, but it's quite difficult to finally decide they're finished. The Swan especially has been challenging, and after the last week I decided to change the introduction for the Paganini concerto reprised. Unfortunately, after recording, the whole thing disappeared. Deep breaths and chocolate, a couple of my remedies for frustration, along with a walk along the beach. by the time my feet hit the sand, I was feeling very grateful for being able to play again. Only a couple of weeks ago, I was worried I might not be able to. The following morning, I was back into editing the music for the Swan. In case you're curious about my process, I made a little series a while back on how I use GarageBand, so I'll link that below. But luckily the Swan wasn't lost, and as I took a break for a run, all the birds around seemed to be happy about it too. For the Swan, I'm wearing my wedding dress from almost 20 years ago. It has quite a long train, so it's a little difficult to position. So I've just finished filming the Swan in my wedding dress, so I thought I'd show you a closer look so you can see. There's all these little beads in the train, and I thought, such a shame not to wear it again. It's a good excuse. And then just the final part of the video process is putting it all into iMovie. It's actually one of the quicker parts if I'm happy with it. Not quite sure yet about these two Alexes. I think they should be floating a little bit further back in the picture, so I'll keep working. So I hope you've enjoyed seeing a little bit about how I put these videos together. There's probably a much faster way to do it with AI, but I kind of like the creative process, and I think it's something about having something that's imperfect and unique. I'm a bit of an individual too. So although it's taking me longer than I expected to finish all of these things that go with Violetta and Pierrette, I think the words of Maya Angelou have really inspired me. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly, but she was a singer and a dancer and a poet and an activist. And she has so many inspiring things to say about creativity, about telling our stories and having courage to do these things and courage to do all kinds of things. So she also says our passions don't find us by random. So even if they seem completely bizarre, like my ideas. So maybe you have some unusual ideas too, and I'd love to hear what they are. And if you do, I encourage you to go for it. Create your magic in the world. So on that note, next week is all about the writing, and you might have guessed a lot of my ideas come when I'm walking or running around nature. So I'll be sharing a bit of that with you next week. So until then, happy creating everyone. See you, bye.